Hello. I have a problem with mice. I noticed that in the porch I saw some mice droppings along the walls, and we talked with my neighbor, and then I mentioned that, oh, I think I have mice in the house, and he gave me a trap. I set it up the same day and I caught a mouse, and it was pretty quick, and it's unfortunately the one that kills. Took it out, set it again. 2 hours later there was another one, so I chucked it out, and then there was nothing. I set it up again and again, and I changed the cheese and whatnot, and for a few days it was quiet, but then I saw the droppings again alongside, but they didn't touch it. So I thought maybe they saw the dead mouse in the trap, and then they're just like, no, we're not doing that. I don't know. My neighbor gave me another trap. I set that one up and I went to sleep. And you know that feeling when you just fall asleep and something abruptly wakes you, a sound that you cannot recognize or you don't understand where it's coming from. It took me a little while to just wake up properly, and like, what is happening? I thought for a second that someone is in the house, and then the sound continued like this, like really strange metal, whatever, I don't know how to describe it, and then I thought, oh my god, it's the trap. And it was. There it was, in a porch, in the trap, a mouse that was still alive and moving, walking with a trap that was catching him. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Like, holy moly, what am I gonna do? It was like, I don't know, 11:30 or something like that. Put on the gloves, took it out, took my shoehorn and a piece of wood, because I didn't want it to bite me. I didn't want to touch the trap. So I pushed the trap down with the piece of wood, and then with the shoehorn I opened it. And then the mouse and we were eye to eye, and I was like, go! And then it started running towards me. So I screamed and jumped, and then I ran into the house, and the mouse fell down on the ground and then ran off in the dark. I don't know if it survived. It very likely it did survive, and then again another week or so, maybe 2 weeks has passed, and then there was nothing. I set up the trap with a piece of cheese and a little bit of peanut butter, because that seemed to do the trick with the third one, and then yesterday I noticed that the cheese and the peanut butter was gone, but the trap was not, didn't release, and I didn't understand. Like, I thought maybe I put the trap too close to the wall, and then the mouse was on the wall and managed to take the cheese. And I thought, how strange. And then right next to it there were the mouse droppings again. So yeah, yesterday afternoon, put in new cheese, moved it a little bit away from the wall, so maybe it's not hanging from the wall and trying to take it. I went for a visit to my neighbors in the evening, and we were sat together, watched TV, and then I came home and I looked, the cheese was gone again, and there's no mouse, and the trap didn't release. So, but I bet if I put my finger there, that would release it straight away. So it's just so awkward. There is a really smart little mouse here that I can't catch, and so I took out another one now, and we'll see if I can get the little bugger, and I'll try to find or locate where they come in the house. So that's a little story about the mice here. So they're missing the floor. Hello. I found the hole where the mice is coming into the house, and it's right underneath the porch alongside the wall. It looks like they run out of the flooring sheets, so I'm gonna try to fix it. So I have to go under there. Not very happy about it, very muddy, and it's not too cold, at least 10 degrees or something, but I don't have much daylight left, so I need to get on with this. I got a piece of wood, I need to measure, hopefully just cut one piece. Very ambitious, or hopefully just the one piece, we'll find out. And then I can fix this from there first, and then from inside also. So I managed to film where I was cutting these pieces that I eventually fixed on the floor from underneath, and I used that tarp that you can see in the background to lay on it. What you can't see here is that underneath my porch there used to be a cellar, so it's still there. Some bits and bobs collapsed in there, some sort of concrete stuff, but so I was basically like hanging in there, somehow lying down, and it was very uncomfortable. And also there was not a huge space for me to even use my screwdriver. So this is the reason I couldn't film it under there. But I managed to fix up a few pieces, but not all of it. So I definitely need to check from the inside if there's something I can do there to make sure that they cannot come in the house again. It's too long. So this piece was sticking up like this much, I don't know, maybe 2 centimeters, and then they can just come up easily. And so I am sure that those little buggers, they came in here under, and so now I fixed most of the problem underneath, but in the corner it was very tricky, so I think I'm gonna use some sort of it's like an insulation, but it's a foam, so you can spray it and then yeah, cover up that area that I couldn't fix. So I got this thing, so I'm gonna do this bit here, and also I see a little bit of a hole there, maybe that's big enough for them to come in, so I'm just gonna do this. I need gloves. And now, as I'm editing this video, I can give you a little update on the mouse situation. Altogether I caught 7 mice and 1 survived, probably the one that was caught alive. And since I fixed this corner here in the porch, I didn't have a mouse in the house, so it worked for now. And because this is shitty wood, it's not something I would burn inside. But maybe next year I'll have an outdoor cooking area, and then I can burn this. That'd be cool. Get rid of it. Every single piece is teaching me something. How to cut, how to chop wood. So it's okay. I'll learn. Like that. I'm in a little bit of a dilemma here, because here this wood is still the dry birch, and I'm thinking maybe I should move this up here, and then this part can be the wet wood. That is like, this is half of my shed. So 1/3 is full. Cool. I think this is gonna be the last wheelbarrow of this wood. Yay! Wow. Oh my god. the last piece. I need to cut shorter. I just need to put this in. Done. The wood is in the woodshed. Whew. I only have a bit more to saw with a chainsaw and the big ones, but I don't know what I'm going to do with those.